And for more details on the role, the value, the magnitude, and the impact it's going to bring on Saudi economy, I'm very proud to welcome a seasoned leader in the intersection of governance, development, and institutional transformation here in the kingdom, with a massive experience and background spanning senior public service, national oversight roles. He's contributed to shaping policy and strengthening institutional frameworks that support transparency, governance, and most importantly, economic development across the kingdom. Today, he continues that trajectory from the heart of Saudi Arabia, evolving investment landscape with the new project, with the mark that we're very proud to hear more details about. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency, Advisor at the Royal Court, Abdullah Al-Muhaisen. You're welcome, Your Excellency. Also, I have the pleasure to welcome again one of the leaders in the kingdom's most established investment and development platforms. He leads Khozama investment company that has played a defining role, being the first to introduce luxury mixed-use development in the Middle East, defining central business district, and now bringing us this vision of the mark. Please welcome CEO of Khozama investment company, Khalid, Saud, Abuhaimed. I thought it was very interesting. They chose the title of our session, Against the Odds. عكس الحظوظ هو العنوان اللي اختاروه for this session. So let me start first, because I'm a big fan of stories and storytelling. And I believe every big project starts with a story. Your Excellency, when I first met you, you told me this project to you is very, very dear to your heart. It has a story. The whole endowment has a story. Can you share with us what makes this endowment very special to you? What's the story behind it?
The story behind it is from my childhood. We in Saudi Arabia live as a community. We contribute to each other. We work as a community, as we were taught in Islam. In the old days, when Riyadh had no water, we requested from King Saud to have water to our house. We had a pipe in a place called Al-Ajiliyah. And it was 1-inch pipe.
A 1-inch pipe?
Yes. And that inch pipe came to our house. And the family decided to extend it to an area where camels and people come and take water. They had no water at that time. So the pipe went down to that area, and everybody washed, take for his house, give his animals, and so on. I was a child, and I was viewing that. Then we requested electricity in Hotat Khalid, an area behind the 2 towers of King Khalid in the old Riyadh. That cable came to our house, and that cable went to at least 40 houses, everyone taking a part of it, to the extent that it used to close on all of us, sometimes and open. And nobody's paying anything, it's extension. People in our society in the past, when Saudis used to go and work outside Saudi Arabia, they used to travel, and when they travel, they don't worry about their family. They decide to pick up their luggage and go to work and leave their family to the neighbors to look after them. So, in the morning, everybody go and shop for that person, a family, while their family is out. So we were a close community. And that is the tradition of Saudi. Development, whatever it happens, and it change, but still there is a root of community contribution. I personally learned from that, and we believe as a Muslim and as Christian and everything of heaven and to do for heaven. Life is life. I decided normally people in Saudi keep it and do their project, their children do it. I decided to do it while I am alive. So I picked up the jewel of what I gained in life with the support of my family, their approval on it, that I will donate it to keep it for generation and to change the meaning, which I learned when I was at the 2030, the change that His Highness has made of donors. I made it, he wants to change it, to make it core of the industry of Saudi Arabia, economic industry. So I said, let's start with something different and develop something to enhance and improve and show people what they can contribute in the future with. Let's make the first model. And I found that Al-Faisaliya and Al-Khozama, the best partner, because they are who can understand that concept. Secondly, who has started before me in their concept. So we put our together so that we let the Omans always has a vision, a new vision, that to be followed in the kingdom.
I'm going to come later to your choice of Al-Khozama as a partner. I'm going to get more details on that. Look, I see him, he's smiling when you mentioned Al-Khozama as a partner, well-deserved. Let me come to you, Khalid. This is a massive project. Yes, His Excellency detailed a new vision for endowment. But when we look at the video, we see this mixed-use project, massive, 16,000 square kilometers. Most endowments historically have focused on how to preserve an asset. It's there, we preserve it. Now you're bringing something different. Tell me what convinced Al-Khozama that a mixed-use destination combining offices, hospitality, retail, and services could really create stronger long-term value for this endowment, particularly in these challenging times.
Thank you, Jessy, and also I would like to thank His Excellency. I think he have really give a very short story.
Yes.
It's a heart-touching words. And I think he answered your question that you have just asked me, and also you have answered the question you have asked me too.
He's answered all 4 questions, but I wouldn't want to interrupt. I was enjoying the childhood story, but yes, he's answered at least 4.
Yeah, so Al-Khozama today play a role as an enabler to achieve his vision, his ambition, and also to make his wishes come true. Now, what he have done, that he have give away one of the most, let's say, expensive, iconic assets that he owns to be converted into or to be given away to the society. Because who will benefit from this? It's the entire city and the entire society coming from services to be provided and added into all of the services that will be combined into the city. Completing or let's say working together to achieve the vision of 2030. The third pillar would be, and it's very important, is serving the society through hiring Saudis to serve, deliver the purpose, because if it's an endowment at that level of sophistication, which is incomparable today in the market, that's what makes Al-Khozama being convinced to work together jointly with him to make his vision possible. And that's why we have come to the name, the mark, to make it different.
It's quite a telling name, both in the size of it and the design of it as well. Let me go back to you, Your Excellency. You focus a lot on taking endowment to the next level. Now, looking at the mark, this does not look at all like the conventional charity development that we are used to. How do you guarantee that the endowment will benefit from this project on the long run? Explain to us, how will this project that is very unconventional but with pure charity in its heart, in its core, benefit actually society, the economy, jobs? How will it go back?
This land, I bought it a few years, about 15, 20 years ago. And I had a lot of people coming to me, wanting to rent it, wanting to develop it. And they called it at one time the Eye of Riyadh. The location is
prime location.
Prime location.
Yes.
And that rang a bell in my mind. So when I was in the table with the 2030 group and the instruction from His Highness to change, to move endowments to something solid into the country, I thought, let me think of something can achieve what the goal the government planning for. And being an artist and being a filmmaker and being a creative and being a politician and being a businessman, I combined the three.
You combined at least half a dozen talent in that, not just three.
So I said, let's go to the experienced people. The first who did something in Saudi Arabia. And let's make charities, which charities work together. And they have the know-how, they have the experience, they understand the market. So I created the team. They are who will cook it correct to exist. And now I leave it to Mr. Khalid to say where you will get the money. I'm a creator, not a money maker.
He will do that part quite brilliantly, which brings me to the question of investment, Khalid. What makes endorsement-backed development attractive from an investment perspective? Yes, there is support for it on the vision level from the government, but looking at it as an investment, how do you see it playing a bigger role in the real estate market here in Saudi Arabia?
Well, actually, what we will deliver with His Excellency vision, it will make a new positioning and also a new understanding amongst all of the endowments that today that exist and operate and serve the society. They will see the endowment in a different perspective and how exactly they need to develop and focus and to contribute their spending, or how they can plan their strategic endowment projects.
Wonderful. I'm going to conclude the last question, but I'm going to ask you both the same question. So the last question for you, Your Excellency, العمر الطويل, for all of us and here in the room and for yourself, 10, 20 years from now, what would you like people to think about the mark? What would you like them to see it has done in its role in the economy and specifically in endowments?
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, a beggar came to him and asked him, I want money. He took from his pocket money, and I said, this is not for begging. This is for you to go and make, at that time, wood and sell into the market. So it's a business for you to start with this money. This concept has been developed in this project, where we are developing a project that large to create opportunities, to create institutions, to create potential for people to learn, to work, and to earn from their work, rather than just to fish and eat the fish, to make the hunting for the fish or fishing correctly. So this is the purpose of this project, and this is the theme of this project, for the country to last for a long period and to change the attitude of giving to something to contribute into the country and to make it core of the economic of the Saudi people.
Wonderful. Same question to you.
My answer would be that the society or population within the city or the country to recognize the mark as the mark and to be continue as a destination in the city. This will create and maintain the sustainability of the project, and this will serve the purpose and objective is of serving the endowment spending.
I definitely want to thank you, because what you're doing today is more than a project. You're discussing a legacy down to generations and changing the whole vision and idea of endowment in the circular economy. Would you like to conclude, Your Excellency?
Yes, I have been praying in every prayer. I always said, I hope I don't die till I see that in reality.
You won't. I'm sure you won't, because there's too much dreams and sweat and the discussions and strategy and vision in this project. I'm sure you will both see it coming up. I hope I will be on stage too when it's come up. And I want to thank you for sharing your story with us today. Both of you, all the best of luck. We will see it, inshallah, before 2030, right? You told me not to give a date. By 2030, all the best. And hopefully we'll see the mark together. Thank you very much. Thank you.